Yes, 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 everybody! I want everybody to go crazy into building right now. The Here We Go has finally arrived. I am sorry I'm late to this. I ended up being late to this. I know how crazy this world is. We get a Here We Go and already everybody's posted everywhere. That's how crazy the online world is. I was just having a chill night, making some pizza with some friends, or friends making pizza. And I saw the Here We Go, and I just took a bike and I went as quickly as I could with Jock because, yeah, guys, when I saw this news, I was absolutely buzzing. So I want straight W's. Everybody spamming those W's into building right now. Everybody spamming those W's into building right now because this is the moment we've all been waiting for. This is such a massive moment in our recent history. We've broken our transfer record by some margin. Darwin is probably the player that we've spent the most for in our entire history before this, which was below 80 million. And what have we just done here, you Reds? We've shattered our record. We've just gone for it. You know what? We've just said, let's just get this deal done. We mean business. We want to win the Premier League again next season, and we want to go for the Champions League. We've gone for a player that gets in every single team in world football. In world football. Everybody spam those W's into building. Everybody spam those W's. I need to get some water because, bro, I'm going to be tired tomorrow, so I'm blaming it on Leo. Yeah, I'm going to be tired too, but do I care? Bro, I do not care whatsoever. Come on. Bro, I need to get some water, though, because literally I was with my friends at a bakery. We were making some pizza, and when I saw the news, and I saw it like 15 to 20 minutes late, it's on the other side, I took a bike, and I came as fast as I could, made a quick video, and now here we are, you guys. Florian Wirtz is officially going to be a Liverpool player. There's no need to stress anymore. So many people stressed. You guys saw I remain confident personally. I'm not trying to flex or anything like that, but I was confident the whole time because, like I said, this was always different from previous breakdowns that we had in transfers. Like I said, in Caicedo, Lavia in the past, where here Wirtz only wanted Liverpool. He rejected Bayern Munich. And you guys, come on. Yeah, it's so late, bro, but I'm not. How are we going to be able to sleep right now? How are we going to be able to sleep? I was just making some pizza and stuff. How are you still stressed, bro? You cannot tell me you're still stressed. Guys, I want everybody spamming in the building right now. What you rate this signing out of 10? And then once you guys start spamming, oh God, I spilled my water everywhere. I'm way too hyped right now. I literally spilled my water everywhere. Hold on, let me move this. Oh, hold on. I literally spilled everything. Okay, let me just do this. Big up Jalapeno. Thank you very much for the super chat who says, we've done it. Yes, baby, come on. Oh my God, bro. The buzz I felt on that bike ride. Bro, we're going to make new stickers. Don't you worry about it. Tomorrow, new sticker will be made for Wirtz. Don't you worry about that. 100,000%. Lisa said, Leo, I cried tears of joy when I saw this. I was buzzing. No more stress. We've been waiting for nearly a month. Wirtz. Here we go, baby. Come on, you Reds. I need to drink some water because, like I said, I literally went as fast as I possibly could. Oh my God, I'm so dehydrated. And I spilled water all over the place, but I couldn't care less, bro. I could not care less. This is such a good... Come on, you Reds! I can't believe it. Oh my goodness. I'm giving it 100 out of 10, bro. I'm giving it 100 out of 10. Look, some people are saying in the chat, Leo, did we pay too much? Did we do this and that? Bro, the market is crazy nowadays. It is crazy. So do you think I'm going to be fussed about us paying maybe an extra 10 to 20 million euros about when we could have maybe gone in for cheaper? Bro, it's not coming out of our wallets. And the reality is we just need to get this deal done because we couldn't have a deal like this collapse. That's how important it was. That's how big of an impact he was going to have for us. And when you're talking about those small margins on such a big fee, it just shows again that we freaking mean business. You know, even though, yes, we always try to go for the best possible deals, this is us saying, listen, when we see an opportunity in the market, when we see this once a player who stands out above all the rest in his position, like an Alisson Becker when we signed him from Roma, which was a record fee for a goalkeeper, like when we signed Virgil, a record deal for a defender. I'm hoping that this is similar, a record deal for more of an attacking sided player, but someone who comes in and he elevates us to another level. Because truly, when I think back to those Alisson and Virgil signings, I remember at the time people were saying, how are people spending £75 million on a defender? Well, look, was that a good signing? I would say it was pretty decent signing. Pretty decent, you know what I mean? And then Alisson Becker, people were like, how are you spending that much on a keeper? Are you out of your mind? I would say he's been pretty decent as well, you know what I mean? Like, both were those crucial players that got us, not over the line, but I would say elevated us to get the biggest trophies over the line. And imagine the message this sends across to the likes of Pep Guardiola and City and Arteta and Arsenal. Bro, we win a league title. And this is very different, by the way, to the past when we won a league title under Klopp. Look at the way we react to being winners. We spend 150 million euros on a player. On a player, like I said, that gets in every team in world football. Every team in world football. Yes, Elena, come on. Come on. Wirtz is ours, baby. Wirtz is ours, baby. Oh my goodness, the magnitude of this deal, it's already on 11 million views. The Here We Go's already on 11 million views. Chat, is he really that good? Daily Or, come on. Bro, all I'm going to say, Daily Or, is the people who are in charge of recruiting for Liverpool, you've seen they've been good, like, unbelievable over the years, specifically, Edwards. And trust me, this type of signing, it really would have been on Edwards. And the reason I say that is because, yes, Richard Hughes is our sporting director, but trust me, because of how big this deal was, I think Edwards was so involved in it, because he would have needed to get a sign off from John Henry, who was in Boston, because usually we do not go for deals like this. We really do not go for deals like this. So this is a special moment, you guys. This is a very special moment. Come on, you Reds. Leo, how are you, bro? I had a bad day, but when I saw the Here We Go from the main man, Fabrizio, I was feeling so much better. Come on. Nah, bro. Which position? I think he's gonna be at the center of our team. We saw him a bit on the left wing for Germany. He's not quite. I think he's most effective in the middle, in those tight spaces, because he's a magician on the ball. So I think in the 10 role. We're gonna play him in whatever his preferred position is. Aaron Lewis, thank you very much for the super chat, who says, breaking Ornstein saying that no agreement yet. I mean, trust me, Fabrizio wouldn't put his reputation on the line. He wouldn't go for a Here We Go. But this is what
statement is it? Well, full respect to those who are reporting it, but that's not what the clubs are saying. They say that there is no agreement.
Damn,
yet.
David Ornstein.
However, we know the direction that this is heading in. Clearly, talks are at a very advanced stage, and the expectation is that an agreement will be reached. It sounds like it requires a bit more time to go through the finer details, and obviously the transfer window is shut now until next Monday. So there is some time to do that, and then if and when the deal is sealed, then medicals can be undergone and everything can be finalised. But regardless, this looks like it's going to be an amazing signing for Liverpool.
Damn, I don't know. I mean, David Ornstein is saying that, but like I said, Fabrizio Romano would not be putting his entire name on the line, especially with this kind of record deal. So I'm going to listen to Fabrizio on this one, and like David Ornstein said anyways, it's basically agreed upon. Look at how the news makes us feel. Can you imagine how it would feel for our players with this statement signing? Sky Sports are so negative, and behind Fabrizio, they're saying it's not done yet. Yeah, Neil, I'm not gonna believe that right now, because like I said, I don't think Fabrizio would put his entire reputation on the line with such a big deal if he wasn't sure that it was a done deal. You know what I mean? So we're gonna stick with this. We're gonna stick with this and continue to feel the buzz, baby. Come on. Yeah, bro. He never lies. He never lies. Title race next year is going to be one hell of a season, says Gunners Edits. Yeah, I mean, fair play to Arsenal. They did sign Zubamendi, who is a top midfielder. Frimpong and Wirtz done. Kirkez is next, bro. Oh my god. I cannot believe this is our world right now, you guys. Blitzberry says, now all we need is another goalkeeper. Bro, it's 1 a.m. for you. Bro, for me, it's past midnight as well, but I do not care, bro. I'm usually definitely asleep by now. But the buzz that we're feeling inside right now, the buzz that we're all feeling. Ryan says, what shirt number do you think he's going to wear? It doesn't sound like he's going to take up a number that's taken in the squad. I saw many people mentioning 17, but Curtis Jones wears number 17. So I don't see him taking 17. Although, yeah, I don't know. I think the number he could potentially take is 27 initially. You know, unless Maka comes towards him and say, listen, take my number 10, but I don't think that would happen. So I think that he's probably going to take the number 27. Yes, Adam's in the building, says, let's go. Come on, Adam, my brother. Zubamendi not signed. Well, Fabrizio said that's basically done. But anyways, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in that whatsoever right now. All I know is we've put out a massive statement to the footballing world. Like I said, imagine how Pep Guardiola feels seeing us make this type of signing after winning the league in April. That's statement. That's showing the football world that we're serious on and off the pitch. Because over the years, at many moments, we were so serious on the pitch with Klopp, but sometimes it felt like we needed that little sprinkle, like Sir Alex would always do with his teams, where even when he won a league, he was still harsh with the squad, and he continued to improve it. And boy, will this improve our team, you guys. Because trust me, with how careful we are with our spending, there's no way we would pay a record fee like this unless we were sure he'd come in and be a difference maker. Be a difference maker right away. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh my goodness. I can't wait. I can't wait for next season already. I'm not going to be able to wait for next season, you guys. I'm not going to be able to wait for next season. Genuinely. This is too much. This is too much. We're rating Leverkusen, bro. Imagine we got Frimpong and Wirtz. If you told me that, bro, if you told me that if you told me that in May, I genuinely wouldn't have believed you. I would not have believed you. Guys, if you had told me in May that we would go on to sign in that never losing team that broke history, two of the best players in that team, two of the best young players, especially talents that were operating at an extremely high level already, but are still very young, we went on to take Wirtz and Frimpong. Wow. Imagine. Oh my God. I cannot believe it. What a moment, you guys. This is unbelievable. Hamza, I can't go to bed right now. The buzz is too high. I cannot go to bed right now with the here we go. It literally was like an hour ago. I think we shall see, bro. We shall see. Thank you, YouTubers. Nice to see you back in the building. Won't be seeing Liv here today. She's asleep right now. No way. I'm telling you, we're not signing anyone next season with this big spending, Deliora. I'm not thinking about the future right now. We just got to focus on the present. We just got to focus on the present, because I see so many salty fans, and I even see fans within our own fan base saying, aren't we spending too much on a player? What are we doing? Is this a position we need? What's going to happen to Szoboszlai? Bro, trust the freaking process. Everybody was always complaining before about us not spending, and now we spend big and people are saying we're spending too much. Like, when will certain people be happy? I don't understand. All I know is I'm not going to be thinking about the future. And I'm not talking about you, Deliora, by the way. It's just like, I see it often being mentioned just in comments and different places. Just enjoy the moment. Cherish this moment. We've gone for a player, like I said, that gets in every team in world football, that every manager, every owner would have wanted. He's chosen to come to rainy Liverpool. He's chosen it because of the footballing project. Yes, he's going to be on high wages, of course. But he's chosen primarily to join us because of the footballing project. And does that not tell you everything you need to know about where this club is headed for in the future as well? Obviously, in the present, it's in a brilliant place, but I'm talking about the future. Wirtz could have gone anywhere. He's 20, he just turned 22, and he decided that Liverpool is the place he wanted to go. Think about what that means in terms of just the message it sends across. Without even him having played a game, it says so much. Big up JMP, thank you very much for the super chat, who says, we are Liverpool, and now he's with us. Crazy. Crazy indeed. Leo, it's 4 in the morning here. I can't go to sleep after this news. I'm buzzing. Yeah, yes, I can understand. Andre, thank you very much for the super chat, who says, imagine how Pep is feeling when he went after Wirtz, but Wirtz chose us, especially with how petty he usually is. We'll dominate Europe for 10 years. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. A-League Edits says, hell yeah, Leo. If you thought Liverpool is good this season, just wait for next season. And imagine, we've gotten Frimpong over the line as well. Kirkez seems like it's about to be a done deal. But the reason why I'm giving this signing 100 out of 10, 100 out of 10, is, like I was saying before, not just the statement it sends to the rest of the footballing world and the Premier League, especially to Pep and Arteta, as the holders of the league now, but also it just gets me so excited for next season because we've gone so big on an attacking player, and that just tells me next season we're going to be even more of a joy to watch. You know what I mean? Because Wirtz is going to be the centerpiece of our creativity. And just imagine the kind of, like I said, the way Virgil and Alisson elevated us to another, I'm too excited, elevated us to another level. I truly believe Wirtz can elevate us to another level in the final third. And I think that's what we've seen is so impressive about him, is the fact that he's an incredible joy to watch on the ball, a magician, like a Coutinho type player, except in the final third, he's elite. Like I said, you look at his numbers in the past 2 seasons, 68 goal contributions, someone who's elite in the final third. So obviously knowing that technically he's incredible, right, on the ball, but then also knowing when to release the ball, knowing when to not do too much and going for it. And clearly, he has that in the final third. He has that. And it's just, boy, is it exciting. Liverpool looks scary next season, says Blue, the Inter fan. Oh, yes, indeed. So Lee, thank you. He's been a community support member for 8 months. Says, can't wait. We're winning more trophies next year, bro. Mason, I did see what Diego Simeone says about Alvarez, but I don't think it meant much. Can you put the quote actually in the chat? Are you saying that he understands why Liverpool and other big clubs want Alvarez? I think that's what he said, right? Or did he say something more? I'm happy that we're not in the Club World Cup. I kind of would have I miss Liverpool already, so I would have liked to have seen Wirtz play for us soon. But yeah, I get what you mean in terms of rest. Runa says, do you think we're still getting Alexander Isak or not? I don't think we're spending 400 million in the summer. Unfortunately, I don't see us spending 400 million in one summer. You know what I mean? Neil says, we've been desperate for this type of player since Coutinho left, but a level above. He can be a game changer in these low block teams. Absolutely. And especially with Trent leaving, because let's be honest, Trent brought so much creativity. With him leaving, we needed to bring someone that was going to add that spark to our game. And boy, will Wirtz do that. You know what I mean? Boy, will Wirtz do that. Oh my goodness. Patrick, nice to see you in the building. Who says, I'm in the building and so excited for Wirtz. I'm with big Liverpool fans right now. Anthony and Alex. Big up Anthony and Alex. Come on. Wirtz to score in his debut, bro. I am so excited. Mason says, Diego Simeone admitted that he wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool want to sign Alvarez. Yeah, but to me that said, I saw that. I don't think it means anything. The reason why is, Arne Slot said in a press conference, for example, he wouldn't be surprised if Barcelona want to sign Luis Diaz. That doesn't mean that he's for sale. You know what I mean? So I mean, of course, every player has a price in the market, but I think Julian Alvarez, they wouldn't sell for anything less than 150 million. Because again, he signed last summer. He's not going to force a move. He seems happy in Madrid. Why would Atletico Madrid sell now when they could sell him next summer or in 2 seasons when he's just signed? You know what I mean? Like, they know his value will remain. He's an absolute top elite player. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, I definitely don't think we're going to get Alvarez. And I don't see how we spend 150 million on an Isak either. Alexander Isak. You know what I mean? JNX, thank you very much for the super chat, who says, as an Arsenal fan, we're officially cooked. We're officially cooked. Oh my God. I'm so excited, bro. Like I said, I'm just so excited as well. I like what this means in terms of how this Liverpool team will look next season. You know what I mean? And how he's going to improve us in that final third. And imagine him linking up with Mohamed Salah. Nah, bro. I'm too freaking hyped. Nah, bro. Sonny, good night. Come on. What a time to be alive. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is nah, I wouldn't be worried one bit. You tutors, like I said, Fabrizio Romano is by far the biggest journalist in the world. Like when you look at his, like literally he has more of a following than I think every footballer on the planet except maybe 4. That's how big he is. He would not be putting his reputation on the line with such a big transfer if he wasn't sure it wasn't done. I'm sorry. I will not believe that. Like, that's just, there's no way he would do that for himself. You know what I mean? For his own sake, like I was saying. Because that's already on 12, I think it's already on 12 million views, if I'm not mistaken. What a signing this is. Yes, go 12. Prosper20, thank you very much for the super chat. Like I just said, I don't see Fabrizio putting his entire reputation on the line if it wasn't a done deal. I'm sorry, I just can't believe that. Even though very much I think David Ornstein is a reliable journalist. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Wirtz. Yeah, bro. I think Fabrizio Romano on Instagram alone, I'm pretty sure he has 40 million. Look. He has 36 million. Like, I don't think you understand. That's crazy. TR, thank you very much for the super chat. It says, what's the story with other transfers? Do you mean other Liverpool transfers or just transfers in general? Mason says, tomorrow, Kirk to Liverpool. Here we go. Please. This transfer window is already at 10. Bro, it's already at 10. 100%. Pep and Pep shaking in their boots right now. Yeah, bro. They're shaking right now. Come on. Wirtz was destined for Liverpool. Absolutely. I want to read you guys what a legend, Joshua Kimmich. I used to love him as a player as well. One of the best right backs of all time, who's definitely a Bayern legend as well, and he's German too, said, quote, on Wirtz, he seems ideal for Liverpool. The system of play there has pace, vertical direction and a clear allocation of roles within the team that should suit him really well. Of course, I would have liked to see Wirtz in the Bayern jersey, but I can understand him moving elsewhere. For one thing, Adnislaw wants to develop a position with him, not just fill it. And this, I think, I've heard this in multiple places, that one of the reasons why apparently he rejected Bayern and rejected other clubs to sign for Liverpool is because of the conversation he had with Adnislaw and the fact that Adnislaw is going to make him a centerpiece in that team. Like I said, I think he's going to say, you own that 10 role. You own that 10 role. You're going to dictate the tempo. And that's one of the reasons why I think he has chosen to come to Liverpool, because he's going to be the main man. And yes, of course, Salah is there and he's going to be the main man, but he's coming towards the end of his career, right? He has 2 years left and everything. So it's going to be a game changer for Liverpool. It's going to be a game changer. And like I said, that's why I do think he's going to elevate us, because like I said, we're going to mold that attack around him, and that's going to get the best out of him. You know what I mean? Why didn't you go live for the Nations League final? Yes, I regret not going live for that Nations League final. I had made plans way in advance, so I couldn't cancel them. But yeah, what an incredible game it was. Incredible game it was. Liverpool City games next season are going to be unbelievable, bro. It's going to be Ryan Cherki up against Florian Wirtz. The attacking football, bro. It's going to be unbelievable. Do you think we're done after Kirkez? No, I think after Kirkez, definitely we start selling a whole lot of players, because there's a lot of players that will be, outgoings. Even though, to be fair, we've already raised £28 million. But yeah, I think we're going to focus really on outgoings. Yeah, Patrick, I would say I trust you to judge what you think would be most interesting, but I do think for a first clip, this would do very well. The beginning of this, something like that. But really, this is something I want you to see what you think will do well. But obviously, news as big as this, definitely, I think so, bro. I think so. I haven't been this excited about a new signing in ages. Frimpong, Kirkez, and Wirtz. So explosive, so good, so dangerous, and so young, bro. They bring so much directness, so much pace. Like, truly, it means we're going to be a completely different team next season. We're going to be a completely different team in the best possible way. Like, if you face us first game of the season, it's very, very hard to kind of do a tactical analysis, because we're not going to look anything like last season. You know what I mean? Which is going to make us very unpredictable to play against. So I love that. Man, Dawson says, mate, I can't believe we've done it. Imagine the duo Maka-Wirtz, bro. Of course, Mason, Maka-Wirtz are going to be starting every single game. You best believe. You best believe they're going to be starting every single game. By the way, David Ornstein was talking about Darwin Núñez, and he says Al Hilal contacted Liverpool about the Uruguay striker on Monday, and the Saudi Pro League team were made aware about the conditions of a move. Liverpool rejected a proposal worth $70 million from Al Nassr in January, and that sets a minimum bar if an exit is to materialize. Darwin is thought to favor staying in Europe, Spain and Italy being a priority. Atletico Madrid are among those considering the forward. The 25-year-old has scored 40 goals across 3 seasons at Anfield since joining from Benfica. That's a little update from Ornstein on Darwin. Little update. Thank you. You'll never walk alone. Big up. Bro, I can't wait. The hype is too much. A Crooks, life is good. We've just gotten the here we go for Wirtz, baby. But like I said, it even gets you even more excited just thinking about the attacking football we're going to be playing. Again, you don't have a Florian Wirtz at the center of your team if you're not trying to make things happen in the final third, make things happen on the attacking side of things. So I'm just so hyped. Ethan says, I've been missing a player with the ability of Firmino so much these past few years. That's my boy right there. Wait, let me move the camera. Look, Bobby. Bobby's over there. My favorite player from the Klopp era. Magician. Absolute magician. now we'll have that excitement again. Absolutely. I mean, even Coutinho as well. I would say Coutinho type player who just always, when he's going to be on the ball, he's going to be looking to make things happen. That's it. Looking to make things happen. And that's special. And we know, again, clinical in the final third is what we would have wanted. And he's just going to suit the Premier League. Like Joshua Kimmich, not Joshua Kimmich, sorry. Like I just read from that quote from Philippe Lam, that he fits the pace of the Premier League when you observe him as a player, you know, and he has that fight, he has that hunger about him as well. The new face of the league has arrived. Baby. Wait, I want to wait for Paul Joyce. He's definitely going to say something. Paul Joyce has to say something. Damn, if Al Hilal want Darwin though, I can see that happening very quickly. When will the medical video be out? Lisa, not for a while. The medical video of Frimpong took quite a while, even after it was official. So yeah, I'm not so sure. Did Paul Joyce? I mean, your guy, I only refer to reliable journalists, so I don't know what people are saying in terms of, like, I'm used misinformation, because literally for this I'm just using Fabrizio Romano, who's one of the most trusted journalists. So I don't understand people that said that, because I saw that as a comment in my previous live, that I'm just spreading misinformation, but I don't understand what they're saying, because, like, literally just listen to the sources that I'm referring to, you know? But bro, if Al Hilal end up signing Darwin, then who knows? Maybe we do go big for Alexander Isak. Who knows? You never know. It could maybe happen. It could maybe happen. No, I didn't watch the Netherlands game today. I did not. But I saw Virgil scored, which is beautiful. Beautiful. Cole Palmer, we'll see. I mean, to be fair, I think Caicedo proved this season what an incredible player he is. There's no doubt about that. And I do think he would have been a successful signing had he joined Liverpool. But look how things end up working out in life. He ended up being a good signing for Chelsea. It ended up allowing Gravenberch to shine. So things work out in beautiful ways. You know what I mean? Because if we had spent that money on Caicedo, we would not have been able to get this Wirtz deal. You know what I mean? So, you know, saying things happen for a reason, you just got to trust the process. Because like I said, I don't think we would have gone Wirtz had we gone for Caicedo that previous summer. And if we had gone for Caicedo, would Gravenberch have gone the same opportunity? I'm not so sure. You know what I mean? So things have a way of working out in a beautiful way. I saw Szoboszlai score today too, but I think it was just in a friendly, right? Yeah, iconic, exactly. We're just going to refer to Fabrizio. There's stuff coming from Ornstein after, but yeah. Mason says, if we get Isak, bro, I'm done with FSG. We just have to build them a statue at this point. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Come on. If we actually sell Darwin to Saudi and we somehow get Isak, nah, bro, I would lose it. I would lose it. I don't see how that could ever be possible. I really don't see how that could ever be possible. What a statement of a signing this is from the Premier League champions! Fetty Fetty! Come on, brother. I can't believe it, bro. The Community Shield game. Oh my lord. Imagine the buzz. Imagine the absolute buzz around the Community Shield game. Oh my goodness. Even preseason though. Mason, my brother. Imagine the buzz even in preseason to see the likes of Frimpong, Wirtz, and hopefully Kirkez, bro. Oh my goodness. Do we have a confirmation on the contract length yet? Not yet. But I think it's going to be a 5-year deal. Hopefully 6, though. So hyped to follow the next season with your watch-alongs, bro. Me too. You don't understand how excited I am for next season already. Oh, my, bro. Already this season was such a joy. And the fact that we get to bring these players through too, my goodness. Oh. I think if we were to sell Chiesa, it would probably be around the 20 million euro mark if we were to sell him. You know? Yeah, I heard Virgil scored today. I haven't watched Antonio Nusa enough, honestly. But I think there's a bigger chance Darwin leaves than Lucho. I think we're trying to offload Darwin this summer, and I don't think we're trying to sell Lucho. So I could see Darwin being the one that leaves. Do you think we'll get more signings? I think it's going to be Kirkaz next. I'm too hyped. Oh my goodness. Here we flow. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, bro. I appreciate you. Honestly, I think we signed Kirkez and that's it for this summer. Bro, even if we sign Kirkez and that's it for this summer, that's a 10 out of 10. That's a 10 out of 10. MK Av, thank you very much. Big up. I think Stefan Bajetic will hopefully get his chance in preseason if he's back fit. And if he gets his chance in preseason, I think that's what's going to decide if he'll remain at Liverpool or not, you know? That's going to be what decides it all, you know? I feel sad for Darwin. I wish he had more success with Liverpool. Yeah. Agreed. This summer is pure perfection as a Hungarian. This is a dream transfer window for me. Yeah, we also signed young Hungarian wonder kid keeper. So we could have 3 Hungarians in our squad. That would be crazy for you Hungarians. Yeah, Frankie, but it's normal. Like, rival fans are always going to say the price tag because also people are going to be jealous over a signing like this. You know what I mean? They're going to talk about the price tag and all of that. But in the end, are people talking about Declan Rice's price tag at Arsenal with how good he's been for them and how much he's transformed their team? You know what I mean? So I think once you just perform, and I truly believe that because of the culture that we have at Liverpool Football Club, I think it's perfect for Wirtz to shine, because it's not like he comes in and all the pressure is on his shoulders, where it's like if you don't perform, the team doesn't perform. Already there's a winning culture there. Already there's that difference maker in the attack in Mohamed Salah. So he comes in and he can be like that extra spark that elevates us to another level. But again, I just love the fact that he doesn't have to come in and be like the answer to everything. You know what I mean? And that will help him. It'll help him. He just has to set the price aside because the markets are just crazy nowadays. And just remember what an incredible player he is. You know what I mean? The Slot Effect says English journalists are always late due to them having to have confirmation from clubs since 2014, reporter writes. Yeah, I mean, like I said, who was it that was stressed? Who was it? Yeah, Matthew Blake. Like I was saying before, given the size and magnitude of Fabrizio Romano, I don't think he would put his reputation on the line if this wasn't a done deal. I really don't think. He knows what it means for him to put out a "here we go." He knows everybody would have jumped on that. Now it's going to be in every outlet everywhere. He wouldn't have done that if he wasn't 100% sure it was done through his sources. You know what I mean? I just don't see it. I understand what David Ornstein said, but, you know? Yeah, iconic. Definitely got to make a video on that. Ornstein says Al Hilal contacted Liverpool about Darwin Núñez on Monday, and the Saudi Pro League team was made aware about the conditions of a move. I'm telling you, if they truly want him, then I think we want to sell him to Saudi. Because like I said, yes, it says in the same article that Darwin prefers a move to Europe, so a Spanish team or maybe an Italian team. But like I said, I just don't see a Spanish team or an Italian team offering anywhere near what Saudi can. And that's why I think we're going to be pushing to offload him to Saudi. I think so. Because we know that can bring in major money. And fun, I know a lot of people have been worried about Szoboszlai as well. Bro, trust me, a top player like that, you find a way to fit him into the team. He can play in many different positions and have a real impact. So I think just because Wirtz will play in that 10, I still definitely think Slot will find a way to fit. I really think he'll find a way to fit Szoboszlai somewhere. I'm not worried about that one bit. Exactly. Frankie says when a player shows quality, no one will be talking about the price tag. I think that's what's happened to Declan Rice. At the time, everybody was like, have they just spent over £100 million on a player? And now people aren't talking about how much he costs. You know what I mean? Only a player like Enzo, who hasn't lived up to expectations. You know, at Chelsea, for example, people talk about the price tag, but he needs to perform. Yes, of course he has that pressure on him, but he just needs to play the football that he knows how to play, and he'll be just fine because he's proven it the last 2 seasons and in the Euros what he can do. You know what I mean? The rest of the league is going to be stressed tonight. Peterson, it was an okay day, to be honest. Not anything great. Not great energy, but now it's going to be one to remember because of the buzz and how quickly I biked from after getting the pizza. Oh my goodness. Next up is signing a striker, and that could possibly be Osimhen. I'm not so sure we're going to go for a player that's going to be off to AFCON. I don't see Osimhen happening. But if we did, that could still be a top signing because he's a proven goal scorer. Finally, guys, number 21 coming soon. The rest of the league, bro. Imagine the rest of the league seeing this news. Cherki versus Wirtz. I'm excited. I'm excited because all the City fans are saying Cherki was the better signing. So, oh damn, yeah, England I see lost to Senegal 3-1. Was that a friendly tonight or was it a damn, Netherlands won 8-0? Jesus. They were playing Malta though. Poland lost to Finland. Jeez. That's without Lewandowski now. But wait, I want to see, was the England one just a friendly? Oh, it was just a friendly though. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter, but still. I just woke up to this. Yes, reenactments glory. By the way, do you guys think this is the most talented player that Liverpool has ever signed in terms of knowing the level he's at now? Because yes, in the past you could say, look, when we signed Salah, look when we signed Firmino, look when we signed Coutinho, but I'm talking about what we know visibility right now. Do you think it's the most talented player Liverpool have signed? Because in my lifetime, it's the biggest statement signing, at least of my lifetime. You know what I mean? Replace Trent Sticker with Flo. Yes, Sunday LFC. Gotta do that. Gotta do that tomorrow. Come on. Oh, you're saying? I agree. Wirtz is world class. Firmino more talented, bro. At the time when he signed, he wasn't proven at that high elite level. Like I said, Wirtz was one of the best players at the Euros. You know what I mean? Of course, he ended up developing into one of the most talented. Same with Coutinho, but in the moment they arrived, nobody was at the level that Wirtz is at right now. The Reds absolute buzzing, absolutely buzzing. But you're asking for the video because you don't believe Fabrizio said it? Bro, big up Sunday LFC, who's been a community support member for 13 months, says sick mate, absolute baller on our hands here. Oh yes, indeed. Imagine we're gonna have options the likes of Gravenberg, Maka, Soboslai, Wirtz. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Okay, what were you asking? About absolute baller. Yeah, look, this is the video.
Wirtz to Liverpool. Here we go. The deal is now verbally agreed between Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen for the German super talent. The deal is in place since long time with a player who only wanted Liverpool despite approaches from several clubs, and now it's important to say that the deal is also almost done, club to club. A record deal for Liverpool, now working on all the documents, and then Florian Wirtz will undergo medical test and sign a long-term deal as new Liverpool player. Move completed. Fantastic signing for Liverpool. Here we go.
Here we go. See, this is what I mean. I don't think he would be I don't think Darwin, sorry, because you just mentioned Darwin there in the chat. I don't think Fabrizio would have done that if he wasn't sure the deal was done. Like I was just telling you, he's by far the biggest journalist in the world. That's why I'm not stressed about it. Not stressed one bit. Tarek says, Leo, I've been a big fan of Wirtz since I first saw him playing. I cried when we got to Here We Go. Oh, that's beautiful. Peterson says, I think he'll help a lot also in the 1v1 situations with his insane dribbling, and having a player like that always helps the coach. Absolutely. And imagine the space it opens up for other players as well to have such a dangerous player on the pitch for us. You know what I mean? Excited for the Wirtz deal now. Can't wait to see which striker we get. Yeah, I mean, now first we have to sell Darwin. You know what I mean? We do have to raise funds now for that striker. But I think that we do it through Darwin, like I said. And Saudi seems like the most likely options. Seems like the most likely option for sure. You know what I mean? %, Frankie. Sobasai is way too good to be on the bench. Way too good to be on the bench. No way. There's no way. Our only problem is who's going to get benched, bro. What a time to be alive. I love how that's actually, you're so right. So, like, the amount of times I've seen in the chat people saying, what are we going to do? Is Sobasai going to be benched, this and that? Like, what a problem to have. Jeez. The fact that we have too many quality players in our team. He could be played as a false 9, Aston. I could see that happening. We'll have to see. It all depends on the type of striker we get this summer. You know what I mean? We'll know based on the signings that we make. But already, if we get Kirkez over the line as well, and our signings this summer are Kirkez, Frimpong, and Wirtz, like I said, for me, that's a 10 out of 10 summer. It is. And it seems like that's very, very close as well. Happy Wirtz Wednesday, baby! Technically, I think when we got the Here We Go, it was technically June 10th, though. That's the date we're going to remember. Leo, you look like it isn't 1 in the morning. Yeah, because I'm just too freaking excited. I'm too freaking excited. But yeah, no, I do think I am going to end the stream here, you guys. But if you would like, I could go live tomorrow again so we can discuss all this in more detail when it's not middle of the night for a lot of us. And just discuss the signings. See if there's any more updates from the fact, from the, like we're saying, that David Ornstein hasn't fully confirmed it yet, but Fabrizio obviously has. So we can maybe discuss the latest on that and everything. But yeah, guys, let me know if you'd like me to go live tomorrow, and we could do that too. But man, I had to jump on with you guys because the buzz was just so high. I went as fast as I could. And yeah, man, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. I now cannot wait. Not just for preseason, I mean, for next season, but for preseason too, and the Community Shield, the whole lot, just to see how we're going to set up next season. Because like I said, we're going to be such an unpredictable team to face, and we're going to be more attacking. I mean, you don't sign the players that we're signing if you don't want to play more attacking football. You know what I mean? So, yep. You guys, I know we're all going to have beautiful, sweet dreams, and I will speak to all of you very, very soon. Cherish these moments, guys. Live in the present when we announce things like this instead of always thinking about the next thing, because this is the first time in my lifetime that we've, I gotta buy confetti, that we've gone for a player like this. You know what I mean? So, yeah, guys, have a beautiful, beautiful sleep if you're about to go to sleep, or beautiful day if it's early in the morning for you. And I will see you guys soon. You'll never walk alone, guys. Up the Reds. Up the Reds. We only mean business. We want to retain that title next season. You love to